Hey, welcome to another one of my videos. Today I was wondering what the Extinction Rebellion protesters were up to, so I decided to go and have a look. This is some of that day. Question you must ask yourself: why is the planet in the position it is in, where, excuse my French, but is going to shit? I'll let David Attenborough tell you the reason.
I have no doubt that this fundamental source of all our problems, particularly our environmental problems, is population growth.
In 2019, the population is around 7.7 billion, and that's conservative estimates. We are far higher than that, probably. We're going to be 8 billion people soon. By 2030, we're expected to be 10 billion plus. The growth is insane. Absolutely insane. We can't survive on this planet, the growth being what it is. The current exponential rate of growth is a ticking time bomb. The problem is, it's not coming from the West. It's coming from elsewhere. Currently, the average woman on this planet is having 2.5 children in her lifetime. However, that number varies widely across the world. Europeans are having less than 2 children per couple, whereas in Africa, the number on average is far higher. 4.7 is the average. In some countries it's up above 9, which is total insanity. If we're going to stop population growth, which in my mind will save the planet, we have to empower the people of Africa, and mainly the women. Because if you empower the women, then they're less likely to want to have lots and lots of children. But we also need to control this. I think there needs to be a process. That's where the controversy comes in.
Growth. I can't think of a single problem that wouldn't be easier to solve if there were less people. And the projections now are awesome. In the time that I've been making natural history programs, which of course doesn't seem very long, the population of the world has tripled. Just in my lifetime, and less than my lifetime. And we all know about geometric growth. That, if we were able, which of course we can't, if we were able to stem it, we might be able to have a better chance to grapple with the problem. But we can't. The best we can do is to slow down the rate of increase. We certainly can't stop it.
Sorry, shouldn't have mentioned, yeah?
So, some amazing policing there. So here I am at the Extinction Rebellion protest. Over there I wasn't able to go through the lines, but just right here I can go through the lines, so I'm not sure what kind of policing that is. Very bizarre. Just for your guide, I'm not part of the protest. I don't have a problem with the protest. I don't support the protest though, but I don't have a problem with them. I actually support their right to protest. But let's go and have a look.
The Archjudge rolling. Go find out. Do your research, my love. Please come out my face. I'm not here to fight nobody. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to share. And I'm sharing it too.
Average populations of creatures across the planet. There's a loss of 60% of our species, of our population, of what of those species that are still left. We're losing forest elephants.
I think there's a lot of people on the right of politics that don't like these people. I'm not one of those people. I have to admit I'm actually glad they're doing this, because someone has to be doing this. It's not me doing it. Hands in the air. I'm not part of the protest, but I can't say I disagree with them.
An apology or a non-violent?
Is it alright if I can record this? Is it okay?
You can record this if you want.
Yeah. Okay. No, I just don't. You have to ask if you want to be on camera.
Have a leaflet.
I will.
That's all.
How's it going? How long have you been here?
I've been here since Sunday evening.
Right.
Well, not actually here, but Marble Arch. There was a meeting, and then we all came down.
I think there's a lot of people that appreciate what you're doing. There's a lot.
What else can we do? So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're aware of the signs, aren't you?
Yeah. No, of course.
What's happening, and nothing's being done. Would you like a sticker on your arm? You with us?
Why not? Let's put it there. Where do you want it?
Here.
Yeah, done. There you go. I'm now part of it.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
You're showing your support.
All right. Well, honestly, good luck with it. All right? Keep it up.
Get behind it. Everyone's got to. We need everyone to. You know, we need the numbers. We need the support.
Okay. Thank you. So maybe there's a small chance I'm going to get arrested now. We got the tag. But like I say, just an observer of a planet that is actually dying.
Where'd you get there?
I know me come my mother say I spent 50 cents in a mouth of candy style.
Broke the
follow the police up to the top here. Park to the row and then walk down the back.
There was a woman rising tide and she'd actually done her own flyers with it, making the side law and used this logo next to it. And I was like, please can you not do that?
I went in there yesterday, there is a place not closed.
We're not going to get in trouble for that.
So give you a little bit of a understanding of how important this road is to London. This road is the south side of Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square is just here. That's Nelson right up there, top of Nelson's column. And effectively the Extinction Rebellion protesters have blockaded the south side of Trafalgar Square because obviously the north side is now pedestrianised. What that basically means, traffic can't get towards Westminster. Thankfully Parliament is closed at the moment, so the MPs aren't too bothered. I'm sure when Parliament does come back they're going to be very angry. Downing Street was cut off. I don't know if the Prime Minister's in town. Given that there was a lot of police outside Downing Street today, so potentially the Prime Minister is in town. Obviously you might be able to tell me that. But it's kind of the same sort of people that you would probably find in the 60s and sort of the Flower Power Revolution, except today is 2019. So it's the children of those children. It's a very, has to be said, a very middle class type protest. There's no harm in that. They have the money to protest. They're not sort of they're not struggling. They do have probably comfortable lives. But the question is, do they live how they want others to live? I noticed a lot of I noticed Coke cans sitting next to tents. Why are you buying Coke cans? I noticed plastic bottles. However, despite this, despite the fact that a lot of my peers and a lot of my friends and a lot of associates disagree with this, I don't disagree with it, and I think we should fully get behind them. And although saying that, we are one of the few countries that are making a difference on this planet. The real problem and the real threat to the planet is coming from the third world, places like Pakistan, places like a lot of plastic comes out of the Ganges. A lot of plastic is thrown out into the sea by the Chinese. The Chinese are one of the biggest polluters in the world. I don't see these people protesting outside the Chinese embassy. That would be a good place to be protesting. Why Trafalgar Square? There is a Chinese embassy in London. But let's go have a look more, see what we see.
This site is okay. Everybody else.
I didn't really want to film it because it's a kids area, but there's probably maybe 40 little kids in this sort of family area. Obviously not a good thing to be filming that. Right, I'll try and get through here.
Mind your backs! Let's go.
So just a bit of insight into where else the protests are going on in London today. There was a protest at City Airport, which is far to the east of Trafalgar Square. There was a protest, I think, somewhere near Westminster Square. There was one near Whitehall, which is a little bit further that way, towards Big Ben. And I think there were sort of scattered protests around the country. And I know that countries all over the world are getting involved in the protests. Like I say, I think it would make more sense to be protesting outside Chinese embassies. It would make more sense to be protesting it outside the countries that are doing the real pollution. Everyone's virtue signaling hero, Justin Trudeau, doesn't seem to be doing much about the tar sands in Canada. No one's really protesting about that, and nobody's really saying anything. The wind doesn't like me talking about that.
Human beings are just a very complicated form of bacteria. I think if you looked at the Earth as a living organism, and who's to say that it's not some sort of a super organism? It's certainly a host for life, and we're considered a living organism, but really we're a host for life. There's more E. coli living inside our gut than there have ever been people ever. There's bacteria that's constantly around you, and your body's fighting off that bacteria until your body grows old and dies. And then it doesn't fight it anymore, and that bacteria just eats your body. That's what it does. I mean, that's what it's there for. Okay, well, if you looked at the Earth as this living organism, and like you were flying into LA, and you're passing over these beautiful mountains, and you see the ocean ahead, it all looks natural and beautiful, but then you see LA. Well, what the fuck is that? That's a growth. That's cancer. It's big, and it's brown, and it stinks, and smoke's coming out of it, and it gets bigger every year. And it doesn't matter what you do, it's gonna keep going. You could knock it down with a fucking hurricane, it rebuilds. Light it on fire, it rebuilds. And I think if you were an intelligent life form from another planet and you were looking at the Earth, You wouldn't see individual people. You wouldn't see housekeepers and limo drivers and stand-up comedians. You wouldn't see that. You would see mold on a sandwich. I think if you look at us objectively and the way we're headed and the way we've always been, it doesn't matter how much access to information we have, it doesn't matter how much technological innovation we have, we're always going to destroy the earth. Because I think somehow or another that's what we're supposed to do. I think that's our purpose here on earth. I think we are here to fuck shit up. I think we're here to eat the sandwich.
Big global gallop. Sit down and shut up.
According to just their behaviour, nothing that's going on inside them, just their behaviour. So if they feel anxious about what's happening on the planet, and if they're young, they're going to act out that anxiety, then the most likely thing at the moment they're going to experience is being told off, punished. As children get older, we've got detentions, isolations. There are stronger protections for prisoners in solitary confinement than there are for children in isolation booths in schools. They're not protected legally from this. It is disgusting. If we really knew what was happening, we would be rising up about that. We need to know that school systems, one of the systems that we have to change, are not the systems that we have. So we need to stop.
Police, we love you. We're doing this for your children. Police, we love you. We're doing this for your children. Police, we love you. We're doing this for your children. Police, we love you. We're doing this for your children. Police, we love you. We're doing this for your children. We are doing this for your children.
And there we have it. I pretty much returned to where I started from, the line that no one could cross apparently, but I crossed it. They're clearly just trying to protect the streets around the Houses of Parliament. They're trying to protect Downing Street. Maybe some dignitary is going to be visiting Boris Johnson today, who knows? But they don't want people near Downing Street right now. And that's it. I thought I'd show you what's going on in Trafalgar Square in London. Thanks for joining me. Every time my videos are slightly different. Sometimes I'm traveling, sometimes I'm reviewing things, sometimes I'm just documenting random things like this. Like I say, I support, what do? I support these guys, I support what they stand for. The world is dying. It's easy to take the piss out of them. It's so easy to take the piss out of them. But they are doing what you should be doing. Well, actually, thankfully, they are doing this, so you don't have to be doing it. But if you can show some support in any way, so you know, petition your MP, petition your senator, petition whoever your corrupt politician is that looks over you, petition them and just say, look, the world is dying. The third world needs to have a lot less children. The third world needs, it's the third world that's causing the problems. The first world is actually sorting out the mess right now. A lot of people are going to disagree with me in the comments, but it's true. But thanks for watching.